Our next up is an Estrogen Hour favorite. She's been with us in a number of shows. You'll also know her as the writer of the comedy column for the Tucson Weekly. Please help me welcome Linda Ray.
Hi, Walt. Thank you so much. I thank you. My hair thanks you. You can touch it later if you want. It has its own website. It's lindaraystits.com. Yeah. So, did anybody else, I never had tits to speak. Well, now I kind of do. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I never had tits to speak of. Anybody else have tit envy in high school? Anybody? Come on, you could admit it now. You're my friend. Tit envy, and I coveted those tits so bad. I wanted them so bad. I want all that attention from high school boys. What an idiot I was. Yeah, so, coveting is a sin. It's a sin. I had to say a lot of Hail Marys. I did. I got through it, though. And then, in the 70s, ask your grandmothers about this. In the 70s, we stopped wearing bras. Yeah, but it had meaning. It had purpose. We were for the Equal Rights Amendment. We took off our bras in protest. And oh, how they protested, my friends with big tits. They were so uncomfortable without their bras. And so I started wondering if Schadenfreude was something I should feel guilty about and go say some more Hail Marys. But no, it turns out we didn't get the Equal Rights Amendment passed. We all put our bras back on and went back to work. That's how that ended, which was really sad. But hey, I was going to tell you how I happened to get tits. Yeah, so here's what happened is during, well, I should tell you first, I've had a problem with my weight my whole life. I may not look like it, but that's because I have officially been on a diet of one sort or another. My first diet was when I was 11 months old. Can you imagine the pediatrician that would put an 11-month-old girl on a diet? Can you imagine a mother who would tell her daughter that? I was on a diet when I was 11 months old, and I've been on every fad diet ever since. So now it's keto, right? Am I right? Who's on keto? Here's how it works for me. Here's how it works for me. I'm going to go right back on keto just as soon as I finish these 6 carrot cake cupcakes I got on sale. Pro tip for ya. Do not buy the carrot cake cupcakes on sale at Costco. You know why? Because then you have to eat 12 of them. It's not good for ya. No, it's not. I forget what comes next. So let me just say, well, let me just tell you how I got my tits. So we had the cupcakes we saw, and then COVID happened, and I was ordering all my groceries online, and they had all the time these carrot cake cupcakes on sale. Anyway, I was laying around, whatever the fuck that is, I was right around it. I was laying around feeling sorry for myself because I was hating on myself, because I'm sure you never do that. And it's like, oh, you're a terrible person. You're awful. You have no self-control. You're worthless. Because I had eaten so much, all of a sudden, I could feel my stomach touching my tits. Now, you may remember I didn't have tits, so that's a long way for a stomach to go. And I lifted up my sweatshirt because that's all I wore through COVID, because it stretches. You can put on as much weight you want. And I thought, holy shit, that's not my stomach touching my tits. My tits have fallen down to my stomach. I have tits. school. Just fucking sucks. Okay, so now I have them and they're useless to me. In every way. So I probably should have said to begin with, I'm sorry, that my pronouns are she and her. Yeah, thanks. I learned that on Zoom. And here's what's meaningful to me about that. And going back to, anyway, everybody is so open right now. It's awesome about their gender identity and sometimes depending, on their sexual preferences. For instance, I was talking to a long-time friend of mine who I've always known as asexual. She's been very open about it, they've been very open about it. Anyway, it emerged. I can't remember how it came up, but they prefer the company of men. Sex has nothing to do with it. They just prefer the company of men. And then a bisexual friend of mine, I didn't know this before because I know he enjoys both sexes, all the sexes. But it turns out, I did not know this, he prefers sex with men. And God knows I prefer sex with men. I love sex with men. When I used to have sex with another human being, it involved a man, and I loved it, okay? And then, I really loved it, and now we have, AdamandEve.com, look it up. So here's what I'm thinking. So now, as we all know, heterosexual men prefer sex with men, am I right? You all do the math, okay? You all do the math because it appears the majority of people prefer sex with men. And that alone would account for the patriarchy.